Hey everybody, Javi, a good day. Welcome back, everyone. So happy you're here. Javi, a good day. What are we talking about today? We're continuing talking about skincare and my journey, where I've been, and sharing my journey with you guys. Um, and it's about making my life a little bit better. Whether it's pertaining to skincare, exercise, diet, supplements. I just spent part of the weekend planting some plants that I had um, around the house, and it looks nice. So it's bringing me joy, it's bringing me happiness, and basically, again, that's what my channel is about. It's about things that bring me joy that possibly will bring you joy. Things you may have thought of, things you haven't thought of, and again, I want to grow this as a community. I want to grow this as I share my information, my thoughts, what I've done, and I want you to share with me so I can share with other people. So, life has been a journey. I've gone through ups, I've gone through downs, I've gone through ins and outs. And basically, what I want to do is I want to live this part of my life and be the happiest I can be. I don't want to be that grumpy old man who's angry and bitter and no, I don't want to be that guy. So today's topic is going to be skincare dupes and fakes and how to spot a fake. So I'm going to give a couple of examples of that and dupes. And I have bought dupes and happy to do so because I know that their ingredients are not up to par with what they're duping, whatever they're trying to pretend to be. But I know that if I try them and I like them, there's a good chance that I'm going to like the better product and invest more money. Dupes typically are going to be very economical, and it'll give you a chance to dip your toe someplace you may not have before, whether it's going to be a toner, a cleanser, a serum, an ampule, a essence, a sunscreen, a moisturizer, whatever it is, it'll give you at least an idea of what the product that's going to be 5 times, 10 times, 20 times the price would be like, and say, well, this is done nicely for me. Maybe if I invest more money, then I'll get better results. So that would be the idea. What are fakes? Fakes are the ones that I'm not happy with. Fakes are going to be the ones that are you pretend to be something that you're not. So it's kind of like the old adage of, I think it's a silk purse that's kind of really like in pigskin or something or other. And then you look inside or you look at it deep, more, and then you realize, no. So I'm going to show a couple of examples of that. I had run across, I think it was 2 different products that were Korean. Yes, that were Korean. One of them was CosRX, and I'll talk about it in the video. And the other one's Beauty of Joseon. In both cases, when I bought them online, and I bought them from Whatnot, the online auction app. And when I got the products, I quickly saw that they were not what they were supposed to be. So I reached back to the vendors, and the vendors that I deal with, fortunately, are way cool and a little savvy, and they're kind of learning as they're selling. And apparently they had to go back to the distributors that they buy their stuff from and say, what the hell are you selling me? I've just been called out by one of my buyers that I'm selling duplicates, or I'm selling fakes, actually. I'm sorry. Selling fakes of products that you're telling me that I'm selling as either CosRX or Beauty of Joseon. So I'm going to show a couple of examples of that. Sometimes you look at stuff and there's like an omission of words, an addition of words, and you just have to be very careful. Fortunately, the people that I buy from, really cool, just gave me my refund, kept the products because they're fake, and why would they want, me or them to pay for shipping to send it back? When in reality, it's something that they're probably going to send back to their vendor and hopefully get their money back. So again, today, have a good day. Like, subscribe, share, comment, definitely comment. And basically, come on in. I'm going to show you an example of dupes and fakes, and let's try to be the most educated consumers that there are. Consumers that are educated and know what they're looking for are happy consumers, at least in my book, I think they are. I don't want to be taken for a sap. And so I try to make sure that I get all the information that I can before I buy something. And if not, then I call my seller up or I text my seller back and say, hey, you're selling me bogus crap. Anyway, have a good day. Like, subscribe, comment, and I'll be back at the end just to wrap up. So let's talk about fakes. So I ended up getting this product. Some of you may recognize it as maybe Beauty of Joseon, but it isn't. It's not. It's a big fake. It's got all the looks of it, except that it is totally not. It's a sunscreen. It's pretending to be Beauty of Joseon. And this happens to be Beauty of Joseon, where it says it's Beauty of Joseon. That prior product that I ended up getting was this one, and it's from China. Beauty of Joseon is made out of Korea. And of course, it will ID itself as Beauty of Joseon, but this one kept on trying to pretend not to, try to be what it wasn't. This is what the back of Beauty of Joseon looks like with all its information of all its products. So if you get a chance, stop and look. And then this one just gave me descriptions of ferments that it had, like pumpkin. It was just ridiculous. So this is what Beauty of Joseon should actually look like. I went back to the vendor who sold me the dupe, or not the dupe, sorry, a fake. They refunded my money. So thank you for refunding. This is Neutrogena, and this is something that you could find at any drugstore. And it's hydrating, and it's a good shield, and it's wonderful for the skin. And I found a dupe that's similar, but this I found at Dollar Tree for $1.25. And on the top, it says who it is. It doesn't try to say that it's Neutrogena, but it looks like it. This is what started me down the road to skincare about 2.5 years ago. It was dupes of Olay that I found at Dollar Tree. And here it told you that the company is Be Pure, so it didn't lie. It looks a little bit like Olay, don't get me wrong, but it also tells you the ingredients that are in it. And these are some of the ingredients that are in it, or some of the things that it's free of. But the one thing is that it's $1.25 as opposed to purchasing Olay and getting the original thing and paying probably, I'm sorry to say, 30 times the price and getting started on a skincare regimen. These are the items that you're going to be finding on the Olay packages that you have. So just look around. This is a dupe of The Ordinary, which isn't very expensive, but it's so funny that you would have somebody duping something that's not that expensive, and that was the original. This, again, is Beauty of Joseon. This is also trying to pretend to be something that it is not, and the original will be this one, and you will see that the products do not even have the ingredients that... So welcome back. So those are fakes and dupes. Just be very careful when you're out there shopping, whether it's in person at a brick and mortar store or it's online, because these things will happen not on places just like Whatnot, but you will find them in brick and mortar stores, and you will find them on Amazon. Believe it or not, you will find this stuff on Amazon. For whatever reason, it has not been very, it hasn't policed itself, let's say, to the degree that I think it should. The other thing that I'm going to mention is you have to be weary of Facebook and the promotions that are going out there on Facebook. It seems like they're multiplying by the day. And I'm going to say not all of them, but quite a few of the promotions that you're going to see: 20%, 25%, 50%, 60%, 70%, 80, 90% off on products. They're not legit. You'll be lucky if you get something, and in some cases, you may get nothing. I got duped years ago on Facebook. I will never buy anything on Facebook ever again. I was buying Hoka sneakers at, I think it was 50% off, and I was very happy to pay. And I get an email, and when I see the email after I sent in my money, I realize that this email is not legit. It was supposed to be purchasing from Macy's distributors, and the .com or the before .com extension didn't look right to me. So I quickly wrote back, said, hey, I'm canceling this order. I'm letting my credit card company know. I canceled with my credit card company. They apparently went back to them, said no, that I had committed to buy this. They showed, I guess, proof that I committed to it. And at that point, I was like, okay, let's hope that this is real. The email to me doesn't look legit. I never got the products back. And I went back to my credit card company, and they were like, well, you need to give it about 30 days. Well, 30 days came and went. At that point, I kind of like kissed my money goodbye, and I said I will never buy on Facebook again. Just be very careful when you're out shopping, and share this information. Share this information to your family and friends. Let's all be wary of a lot of online stuff. There are some great stuff, great things, great sellers, distributors, but there's quite a few now, that make it bad for everyone else. Again, have a good day. Have a good day. Today's a beautiful day to have a great day. So have a great day. Have a good day. Love you guys.